Yo, what's up? This is Patrick from Guy in the Cube. I was supposed to do this video a long time ago, talking about the ability to embed Power BI in PowerPoint. And I apologize to my end team for taking so long, but I'm kind of happy I did because there's some new features. It is phenomenal. And so in this video, I want to talk about all the new features and capabilities and how they can help you be a little more efficient when you're using that Power BI embedding capability in PowerPoint. So enough of all this talking. You know what I like to do? Let's do what? Let's head over to my laptop. Let's start here in my PowerPoint where I have created a few slides. Okay, so I have this slide, and then you'll see my Power BI report appear that I've already embedded. If you have never embedded a Power BI report in PowerPoint, it's really easy. I'm gonna go on the desktop just to show you how it works. You go here, you add a new slide, blank, click Power BI. If you've opened some reports or done some things with reports, they should appear here, or you just can paste a URL right there. So let's hop back over in the web browser. And now let's say I make a change. Instead of having this button so close right here, I want to move it down there. And so I'm going to go over to my report and I'm going to move my button right there. I'm going to choose save. And then when I go back to PowerPoint, nothing happens. Well, before this update, what you had to do was embed the report again. You all know how I am. I'm not lazy, I'm just really efficient. Let me show you the improvement that makes this so much easier. So what you would do now is you click this little data options icon, the little up arrow, and you have a choice right here for reset. And I can say sync with the Power BI view, the view that's currently in Power BI, or I can restore it. I don't want to restore it. I want to sync it. So if I click reset, watch what happens to my button. It moves and it updates. So all that deleting and re-adding, gone. Simply a click of the button. That's the first thing. That's big for me, and I really like that. Another thing is if you have your slide up on a big screen and it's just iterating through the slides over and over and over, and as it iterates, you want it to refresh the data at some interval. Well, now you can do that. If you go here, you'll have this option right here, automatic refreshing slide. You just change it to the frequency. The lowest you can go is 15 seconds, but you can set it to what you want. Let's say you're using an event stream with KQL database and Fabric, and that data streaming in, and as it's continuously looping through your slides, you want the latest data, you can set that up that way so it works. That's pretty nice, right? That's two big features. But the thing that really helped me a lot, I like to share my slides a lot, and sometimes I need an easier way for people to request access to it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Before these options came out, you had the ability to say show as a saved image. Now with the new feature, you can just pretty much ignore that. And down here at the bottom, you'll see where it has live data. You have three choices. With the first two choices, live data and snapshot, you must have access to the report and the underlying data, okay? With this new capability though, it's easy for you to request access, and then it's up to the person that owns the report and owns the underlying data to give you access. With the public snapshot, which is the third option, you only need access to the PowerPoint deck. You can see that report that's embedded in PowerPoint at the time the snapshot was taken. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go over to the web browser, signed in as Jane, and you can see it as a public snapshot. She can see the report when it's set to public snapshot. If I go and switch it to snapshot, and now I go and refresh, we'll get a screen where you will request access. And once you click that button, we'll send it to the owner of the report. And so if I go to Teams, you'll see I get a notification in Teams. I can approve it. And I also get an email with Jane's request for access to the report. So not only does it make it easy for the consumer that's trying to access this report to get access to the report, I've said that so many times, but it also makes it easier for the report owner to grant the access because it's all integrated in Outlook and Teams. And so another thing I want to point out is once you set it to snapshot or public snapshot, you have to switch back to live data before you can switch it between snapshot and public, because it needs to take a new snapshot every time. And also you see the little icon for reset. If you switch to one of the snapshot types like public or snapshot, that icon goes away and you can't reset it. So the only time you can reset it is when you're on live data, and then you can go and say, give me a reset of the report from the service. Lots of stuff to unfold there. There's lots of capabilities. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any feedback, you know what to do. Post it in the comments below. I'd like to know, and of course Maya and her team would like to know, if you want to learn more about Fabric and Power BI and all the capabilities there, there's probably a video flying above my head. And as always, for Matter of myself, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.